All right, y'all. Man, I literally recorded a 20-minute video and it was on my headphones the whole time, so you can't even hear me. So I'm gonna just go ahead and put a whole nother one out. Listen, like the title says, you guys, I literally just got out of prison 7 months ago. 7 months ago, I literally just got out of prison, right? And first and foremost, let me just thank y'all for tuning in, actually for checking me out, because you can ask me with my other videos. I'm talking about how easy YouTube is, and don't get it twisted. It is. It is. So let me tell you exactly why it's easy, and let me tell you about my why I even got myself involved with the whole YouTube gig anyway. Because while I'm sitting in prison, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start a YouTube channel. I've already had a YouTube channel. I'm sorry, I already had a YouTube channel, but I didn't have any content on it. I was just a consumer, right? And I still am. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm still a consumer, right? I'm still a consumer, but I'm telling myself while I'm in there, like, you know what? I'm gonna get on YouTube and I'm going to motivate as much as I can. I'm gonna try to share with the folks, you know what I'm saying, how, you know what I'm saying, we can still get ahead with one another. Because first and foremost, that was one of the goals that I set for myself while I was in the county jail. While I'm sitting in the county jail. Another goal while I'm sitting in the county jail was I was like, I'm gonna get while I have this time, while I have this time, I need to make the most of my time. I'm going to make the most of my time. So how am I going to make the most of my time? I said, you know what? I'm gonna get a GED. I'm gonna get my GED, because when I get out, I want to make sure that when I want to join a union, that's not going to be something that's holding me back. Because that was one of the things that was holding me back. I wanted to join the Iron Workers Union, but didn't have a GED. Now I can weld. I was doing iron work. I was doing all of that stuff, but couldn't join the union because I didn't have no GED and didn't have the time to take, didn't have the discipline. I had the time, didn't have the discipline to go and get this GED. But since I got this time now, let me discipline myself and do what I'm about to do. And I've been doing what I've been saying I was going to do. Now I got the GED. Boom. Now you can't do any college courses until you have your GED. So I'm like, all right. Now let me back this up, because I ain't even gonna lie to you guys. I never do. But I wasn't even really tripping about college courses. I wasn't tripping about no college, while I'm in prison, because they offer that to us. But I wasn't tripping about that. I was like, man, I'm not I'm not worried about that. I'm gonna get this GED, because GED gonna take 6 months off, and I'm gonna be like, all right, cool. I'm gonna whatever, get some time off as much as I can. With other things besides college, because I was like, I'm not, I'm trying to just get out as soon as possible. And as I got to thinking to myself, man, that's one of the ways to get out as soon as possible, right? To get out as soon as possible. Let me do that. And so I jumped, once I got my GED, I'm like, all right, let me sign up, let me sign up for these college courses. So there's two different well, there's actually three different colleges that they were offering. Well, I want to say it was four. Yeah, it was four. It's Palo Verde Community College, Norco Community College, Pitzer Community College, and Redlands. Pitzer and Redlands, those were the colleges where you're able to obtain your BA in after you got your AA from the the Palo Verde and Norco, right? Um, so, and there's another thing that's called Rising Scholars. Rising Scholars is accepted through certain CSU, California State Universities. I know SDSU is one of them. Even though I didn't, I'm not part of the SDSU Rising Scholars, but I'm at a reentry program right now. I got out of prison early. I qualified to come to this reentry program, right? I'm at this reentry program. It's like a halfway house. They got me on an ankle monitor. Look, check it out. Bang. Got me on the ankle monitor, monitoring everything that I got going on. They give you got a little. They let you're out. you're doing your thing, but there's just certain things that you can't do. You need to be back at that at this reentry program every night. Ain't no spending the night nowhere, no none of that. You can't be in no residence. You can't go home and go spend the night at the crib. You can't go, go to the hotel, get a hotel room. You can't be in none of those things like that. None of that like that, right? But I'm sitting in prison and I'm like, all right, I said I'm looking to get myself home as quick as possible. You know what I mean? So I took those college courses, right? Got me a couple college courses. I took business law and a guidance class. Now these two classes were in person. These two classes were in person. There was like a schoolyard or whatever on the prison at the prison, some bungalows and stuff like that. I would go to those classes in the morning and then one in the afternoon. I can't really remember. I think it was one was in the morning and then one was in the afternoon, or one was in the morning and then the other class was only twice a week or something like that. But business law was every day. So took business law 101. With Norco. Norco's college, they had something going on with the prison where instructors or professors were coming into the prison and were able to teach. Paula Verde, I did correspondence classes with Paula Verde. Paula Verde would send the syllabus and all of the whole syllabus and everything, that you need all in one whop. Bam, you get the finals, everything, boom, boom, boom. Books were provided. No, actually, in the beginning, books weren't provided. But just as of 2000, what's today? January, it's 2025, 2024. Like I said, I just got out 7 months ago. So I just got out 7 months ago. So in 2024, in the fall semester, they started bringing in books, so people didn't have to pay for their books, because there was times where we had to have our family go on Amazon, buy us the book, and then ship the book in. Or there was other guys who had the book who already took the class, and they just was be like, oh yeah, nah man, you can go ahead. And there was a lot little prison library and stuff in there. I was in this college dorm. It was called the college dorm. You go in the college dorm, there was a whole bunch of books in there for the classes that you needed to take if you wanted to, whatever. So there were books there, but the school wasn't providing them. Now, last year, the school started providing them. Paula Verde, Norco was already there, so Norco was already providing books. But I took 3 correspondence classes with Paula Verde: entrepreneurship, small business management, and accounting 101. At Norco, I did business law and a guidance class. So I knocked those out after I got my GED. I'm like, okay, cool. Now, mind you, boom. So for every class that you complete, you get you get a time reduction. You get about a week off. Boom. So you get your week off for every class. So I'm knocking them now. Boom, 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 boom. Right now, I become eligible to make it to this reentry program, because you have to have a certain amount of time on your sentence where you're able to go to this reentry program. On top of, like, you can't have certain type of felonies and things like that. So there's no weirdness going on with me. There's no weird charges on me and none of that. You know what I mean? So I'm able to do so. Boom. So I'm here now. You know what I'm saying? I make it there. But let me finish telling y'all about while on the yard. So in prison, you can also get time reductions for like taking uh, self-help groups. So the NAs, the AAs, the anger management, the victim impacts, the ARC, the anti-recidivism coalition class and stuff like that. ARC I like that program. It's pretty cool. I think they got another one. I can't really remember, but there's these self-help groups that you could go to. There was another one that I went to that was really, really good too. The facilitator name was Barber. There was another guy in there named Claudel. Claudel was down for a long time. Claudel was down for about 50, 60 years. And ended up getting his sentence commuted. I think he was doing all day. I think he was doing life. And there was another one in there, Byron. He was doing life, and they ended up getting their sentences commuted. But so, mind you, like I said, I'm just trying to knock off as much time as possible. I'm trying to get up out of here. I mean, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. But while I'm in prison, I set another goal for myself. I said, when I get up out of this place, I'm going to start a YouTube channel. Now, mind you, I already had this YouTube channel. Okay, I already had this YouTube channel, but like I said, I was just a consumer. I wasn't really, thinking about putting myself out here and telling my story or being able to just to help or or to motivate or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just put myself out there, get myself out there a little bit more. But I told myself while I'm in there, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. So I did. But it's been 7 months, right? So I'm at this program. So I'm at this program. I'm still figuring out, the whole program's get down. Like, okay, how do I, how am I going to be able to make all of this work? Because the program still wants you to go to the self-help groups. There's still classes and stuff in there too for guys that need to take, certain classes, parenting classes, father to child, they have a victim impact also there too. There's a bunch of other little classes in there. Small talk for men, a bunch of different little groups, small self-help groups that we take, right? So I was doing that. I was doing that because you have to have a certain amount of hours in your time before they allow you to go to work, go to school, go out and do family reunification. So there's an incentive where it's called a family reunification where you can reunify with your family members, whether they're coming out of town or whether, they're in town. They give you a few hours to go out and hang out with your family. And, so I had to, make sure that it's a packet. They give you a packet. You have to get your packet done. So I had to get my packet done. That packet take about a month, 2 months, you know what I'm saying? A month and a half, 2 months, depending on how consistent you are, how hungry you are, how much of a grinder you are. And I've always been a grinder. I've always been at it. You know what I mean? Like I need to get this done. I've already done worked myself to this program. I was already busting my butt at prison. Always stayed in the law in the library or something like that, because in the law library you can go hop on the computers and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not no jailhouse lawyer. I wasn't in there studying law. No, that's not what I was doing. But there you can go in there, and that's just a place where you can just go. I'm at the library right now. I've been telling you guys on my last on all of my videos. I'm pretty much at the library. There's two or three videos where I'm not. I'm at the program. That blue house that I was talking about, it's really a trailer, but that's at the program. I'm there at the program on the little balcony, backyard little area thing. I'm there, right? The other video, where I had the cream color sweater on, I'm on the side. I'm still at the place, at the facility, but I'm on the side. I'm out in the front, but off into the side. I don't have no excuses. I'm saying all of that, y'all, because there's no excuses. There's none. I'm pushing. We're pushing, you guys. Push, keep it moving, keep it moving. Don't give yourself any excuses to say, man, I don't know. I don't know. That procrastinating ain't gonna get you nowhere. All of that studying, you just study, 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 study. That's a form of procrastinating. Also, because I'm trying to perfect it. I'm trying to make sure. I'm trying to make sure. No, you scared. You're trying to keep yourself busy and trying to study stuff instead of actually doing stuff. So do it. Get it done. I was procrastinating myself also too. Like I said, I've been out for 7 months, but I still had to get the stuff in order with the program. Had to make sure I had to clear stuff, make sure they you know what I mean? I'm not trying to get myself sent back, because that's another thing. If you slip up, they will send you back. You will get sent back and go finish out your sentence, right? So I'm trying to make sure that I'm everything by the book. You know what I mean? Like, okay, man, I ain't going over there. No, okay. Or can I go over here? You got to put in the past this down the third or whatever. But my situation is a little bit different than a lot of individuals. But for the most part, though, when it comes down to getting things done and not making any excuses, we all in the same boat. We need to stop making excuses. Stop making that excuse, y'all. Get it done. Make it happen. Set some goals and put action plans and stuff like that. What are you going to do? How are you going to get to these goals? You know what I mean? What are you going to do? And just do it. Take the action steps to get it done. Knock it out. It's really not hard. YouTube, I flip open this laptop, right? Grab my phone or my tablet, or something like that, and just get it done. I'm not making any excuses, you guys. I'm not making any excuses. I'm grinding. We are grinding. We are pushing. We are pushing together. Dante London, brother, thank you for all of your motivation. My other subscriber and friend. I consider you a friend because of your good support and genuine support. Is his handle is at My Wealthy Habits. Man, that dude is freaking amazing as well. There's plenty of us out here, y'all. There's plenty of us out here. On Dante London's latest video, I made a challenge for all of everybody who was on that thread of replies. Go and subscribe to whoever it is. Go down the list and subscribe. And as a man of my word, I did that. I said that I challenge you, but this is not just a challenge for you. I'm gonna do this as well. So all of you guys who are watching this video, first and foremost, thank you for you guys all tuning in and checking me out. But for those who are checking me out and you see that you got a new subscriber, that's me. And I believe when you go to YouTube Studios, you can go down and see who's your newest subscriber. So you'll see my name, Lafayette Harris. I'm giving y'all the full, that's me. I did that because I said, like, listen, we got to be more about action instead of talking. This is procrastination. That's what I'm saying. Make something, go and do it. Yeah, YouTube is giving us this alley-oop, but then we got to go and smash it down too. You know what I'm saying? We got to come down with it. So that's what we doing. That's what I'm doing. I'm not making any excuses. You shouldn't make any excuses. We get into the chili, we get into the bread and the butter. We making it happen, you guys. We got to make it happen. We're going to make it happen, and we're going to continue to make it happen. So make this thing happen, you guys. Don't fall back, man. Keep pushing, keep pushing. Like I told y'all, man, I got out 7 months ago. I've been out 7 months, you guys. 7 months. I ain't got much. I've acquired a few of these things, but I've acquired these things because I've been consistent at stuff. I've been moving. I've been making sure I've been doing what I need to do. Not just, okay, let me just be over here and fiddle and mess around and so I can get to the next step. It's been like, okay, boom, okay, boom, okay, boom. Look, here goes this forklift certification book. Knocked this out over the weekend. Got certified for the forklift in 2 different types: type 1, type 2, type 3, and something else. I can't even remember. But I'm at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm at it. I told you guys. I'm at a automotive class also too. Here go to get the G1. This is test G1 test book. Automotive. You know what I'm saying? I ain't playing. Gotta move, you guys. We gotta move. We got to move. I'm in here getting sweaty as mother. But we got to move, you guys. We gotta keep this thing pushing. We can't let we can't keep getting in our own way. And I know a lot of you guys feel me on this. We be getting in our own way. We can't keep getting in our own way, you guys. We got to continue to motivate ourselves. We got to continue to motivate our kids. We got to continue to motivate, you feel me, our mamas, our grandmamas, our pops, our grandpops, you know what I'm saying, cousins, brothers, and all that stuff. Like, we got to continue to do so. But in the same time, we need to make sure we're taking care of ourselves too, because it starts with yourself. So make sure that you get yourself right. I'm not here to try to, you know what I mean, tell you guys what to do and this, that, and the third or whatever. I'm just suggestion. So when I'm saying we need to do this, that, and the third or whatever, I'm just really suggesting it. You know what I mean? Because in the same token, I'm doing it myself. I find myself feeling procrastinating as well. Like I'm finna try to come up with my own word, but I be feeling myself sometimes like, man, you know what I'm saying? But nah, man, do that. Nah, we need to do this. We gotta do this. We gotta do it. We have to do it, you guys. We have to do it. You're going to do it. Like I said, I'm 7 months out. I'm 7 months out. You know what I'm saying? I had to get some other things in the midst and get other stuff working and going and going and going. So I'm able to make sure that I can have this time. And I've been having this time and I've been at it, you guys. You can go back to my very first video. You go back to my very first video. Sometime last month, I want to say, yeah. It was in Jan, yeah, because it's only the 21st, the 22nd, or something like that. So, man, it's about consistency. It's about consistency, you guys. It's about consistency, making sure that you stay at it. It's super duper easy, you guys. Like I told you guys, I'm 7 months out. I'm 7 months out the yard, and I'm working. And I'm working and I'm working and I'm working. Now, mind you, like I said, I'm doing this class also too for the G1 automotive, come an automotive technician and stuff like that, or lube tech or whatever. Um, Working on my own. This is just some other stuff that I got going on. Got the forklift certification. You know what I mean. Also doing some online courses for for the community college out here, Southwestern College as well. Doing that, you know what I mean? Got that spring semester finna start up for that on the 3rd. You know, got a few units on that going on. So man, and on top of that, a father. You know what I'm saying? A father. I have children. I have a woman. I'm engaged. You know what I mean? Like I'm not letting nothing stop me. You know what I'm saying? I gotta keep this thing pushing. You guys, you gotta keep this thing pushing. Keep moving forward because ain't nobody gonna do it for you. You gotta do it. You have to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm here just to motivate you and let you know, like, hey, man, you can do it as well. Like Dante London telling us, look, he's doing it. My subscriber and also friend at My Wealthy Habits, I call you friend. I would like to call you my friend, as well as Dante London. I would like to call you my friend also too, guys. But listen, we got to keep it moving. Everybody, don't let nothing hold you back, you guys. I told you guys I'm 7 months out. I'm 7 months. Let me show you. Let me show you this ankle monitor one more time. I think I'm playing. On the ankle monitor, you guys. On the ankle monitor at the Sober Living Halfway House Reentry Program, whichever term you want to use it. That's where I'm at. You see the building in the back and stuff like that. I'm at that program. I'm at the library right now because it's a little bit of quiet. You know, I've been telling you guys even in my last videos. Listen, it's always love and peace, you guys. It's always love and peace. I'm not going to hold you guys up any much longer. Again, I'm Lafayette Harris. Please like and subscribe. And, you know, let's keep it moving, guys. Gone.